Saxon Math 7-6. Joel, this is your personalized post-final study plan. Joel, for the most part, you did a really, really strong job on the final exam. You got, ignore that for right now. Of the 10 problems, 7 of the 10 you scored perfectly. Okay? That's amazing. That's fantastically fabulous. That shows me once again, although I didn't need to have it proven to me, but it shows me once again that you have a really strong competency for math. The problem is the other 3, right? And these are the lessons behind the 3 problems that you didn't get full points on. And you got 5 out of 5s on 7 of the 10 problems. Okay, does that make sense? 7 of the 10 problems you got perfect scores on. These are the other 3 that gave you problems. So what I want to do, Joel, is have you spend just a little bit of time with these 3 lessons. Do a little bit more work, and then I'm going to give you those problems again. You don't have to retake the whole test. There's no need to take those again. I'll give you just the pages with these 3 problems. I'll probably even rewrite them so that these 3 problems are on a single page, and then just give you a second shot at those, okay? And I'm going to give you a little bit of insight as to where you went astray. On the first one, I put them in descending order here just so they were easy for you to find if you go looking for them. For this one, 115, this was the mixed measures. That's the type of problem that it was, where you're adding, for example, the one on the test was hours and minutes, right? Well, you gave me the right answer, but you didn't show me any work. And as I've told you 1.5 billion times, and I know you know, I can't give you full credit if you don't show me all your work. So that's a show your work story. 114. Same problem, except this time the problem was where we were calculating the mean. It said, I'll read you the problem just so you remember it. The mean of 3 numbers is 7. 2 of the numbers are 8 and 9. What is the third number? I'm going to come back and show you a little bit about how to do a problem like that. But that one was tricky. It was a tricky problem. And you gave me an answer that was close, but your answer was wrong, and you didn't show me how you got it. So I couldn't give you any points on that one at all. This one, at least I gave you 1 point for getting the right answer, but I can't give you all the points if you don't show me your work, right? And then 103, that seemed to be one that just stopped you in your tracks. And again, I know you know how to do it because you've used the calculation. This was a proportion. Proportion. Okay, so this is the one where I think you need to go back and watch the video because you just drew a blank on that. You put little, I'll show you what you put. See, you put ... question mark over question mark. I think you just either temporarily forgot or that just didn't stick in your brain as well as you'd like. Which happens to all of us. There's no shame in having to go back and look at something again. That's part of life. So here's what I want you to do. 1, I want you to rewatch the video for lesson 103, okay? Now, this is misleading. I don't want you just to watch it. I want you to work the problems in that lesson with me as I do them on the video. So bring pencil and paper when you sit down to do this and write out the problems with me. Okay? Just sitting and watching someone or just listening to someone is not a very effective way to learn. That's why I don't like distance learning in this box we've been forced into. I'd much rather be there with you, engage you in the conversation, ask you questions, have you figure it out in your head, that kind of thing, right? Just sitting and watching me, that's not a good way to learn. That's boring. So for now, we're making do, right? But what you can do is at least just write out the problems with me. Then I want you to do, I don't think you need to re-watch the lesson 115 for the mixed measures. You showed me you know how to do it. You just didn't show me how to write it out. So I want you to do a few problems from 115. You can do the practice problems, or you can look for problems in the homework that have the little You can do the practice from 115, or you can do problem set. Problems that are designated with the little parentheses, right? Let me just double check. Oh, your book isn't handy. By each problem number in the problem set, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, there should be parentheses and a little number, and that shows you what lesson it's from. These are easy to find too, the mixed measure problems, right? Because they just looking for them, they're easy and obvious to find. You're going to be adding, feet and inches, hours and minutes. Those are the classic ones. Okay, so do a few, and the main thing I want you to do when you're practicing these is showing your work. You did a really good job in these 7 of 10 that you got perfect. You did a great job of showing your work there. So I know you've got it in you, Joel. It's just a question of doing it every single time. So that's what I want you to practice for lesson 115. And then for lesson 114, I want to give you a quick tutorial in how to work those problems. Okay. Let's review how to calculate a mean. And I know you know this, just work with me here because I'm going to show you a little process. That doesn't spell calculate, that spells calcute. Calculate. Okay, so let's say we're adding together 3 numbers. I'm going to say 8, 5, and that's how much? That's 13. Another 8. Okay? How do we find the mean? We add them up. 8 and 8 is 16 plus 5 is 21. We divide by 3 because that's how many numbers we added. And that gives us 7 as the mean, right? Okay, that's easy. You know how to do that. I feel you rolling your eyes. It's fine. I understand. Now, what I want you to do, though, is remember how I showed my work, because what we're going to do is we're going to use this as a tool for going backwards. Let's say now that I'm adding some other numbers. I have to make them add up to an even number, so that's why I'm kind of thinking in my head. Let's say 15 plus 17 and some other number have a mean of 12. Okay? This is like the problem that we had on the test. Let me read it to you with these numbers put in. Flipping. Okay. The mean of 3 numbers is 12. 2 of the numbers are 15 and 17. What is the third number? Can you see how my framework now is I'm replicating this presentation, but I'm putting holes in where the numbers are I don't know. The mean is 12, so that goes all the way down here at the end. 2 of the numbers are 15 and 17, so I put them here to show that there are 2 of the 3. There's a box for the third one. This is the answer I'm trying to get. This is the third number. Okay, that's what I want for my answer. Now, How am I gonna figure that out? Well, we can work backwards from here. I know that I added these three numbers up. This was the total. And then I divided them by 3, didn't I? Because 1, 2, 3 numbers, right? So I can work backwards here and go, if this number divided by 3 is 12, then 12 times 3, that must be the total. See how I got to that? I work backwards. And that's why this presentation will help you, is because it shows you exactly how to work backwards through the problem. Now, if I know that the 3 numbers had to total 36, then I can take 36 and subtract, what do these two equal? 15 and 17 are 32, right? So that tells me that this number must have been 4. And I can easily check it, right? I just add. 5 and 7 is 12, plus 4 is 16, 6 carry the 1, 1, 2, 3, 36 divided by 3 equals 12. That's the process I want you to use for the problem in 114. This is lesson 114. Okay, so what I want you to do is practice this with a few more. I don't know if there are problems like this in the homework. That's what I'm not 100% sure of. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make up a couple more problems like this, and I'm gonna take a picture of them and send them to your mom, and then you can work them and get practice with that. But that will make the third part of your preparation. So, this was another one where you struggled to show your work. You took I don't know if you guessed or not, you might have figured it out in your head, but your best effort was wrong and you didn't show any work, so I couldn't critique that, okay? And then this one, I'll send you some problems to work, okay? So 1, 2, 3, those are your steps. Right? Rewatch the video for 103. Write out the problems with me. I think that if you just do this, you probably won't have to do any more problems. I think it's just because I know you understand how to do it. It's just a question of showing how to write it out. Do a few problems from 115. Here are some places you can find them. And again, just focus on remembering how to show your work. 115. I have to remember what kind of problem this is. Oh, this is the mixed measure. 103 is the proportions. It's just cross multiplying. I think you'll remember. And then this one is the problem with the mean calculation, and I will give you some problems. This was a tricky one. You had to really logic it out. And again, showing your work is key, all right? So you do those 3 things over the weekend or on Monday, and I think you'll be in great shape to retake just the 3 problems here that you struggled with. Again, you don't have to retake the 7 that you got correct. All right, Joel, if you have any questions, holler to your mom and she'll holler to me. Good job, you can do this. I want to send you off for your summer knowing that you are a complete master of Saxon Math 7-6 and that you didn't just scrape along, you totally killed it. That's what we're going for. I know you have it in you. I just want to bring your best testing instincts to the surface and then you'll be done. Okay, talk to you later.